Aquarius. It's your girl, Javy. Hi, Priestess. Back at it again. I should have rolled a freshie for y'all. I'm sorry. Back at it again with your general tarot reading for Virgo season for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. Virgo season 2020. And first thing that came up for you guys was, it's weird that this season I'm getting like bodily channelings. That's something that's new, or not really new, but it's been consistent. But for you guys, I feel like there's something going on with the gut, like tummy trauma, trouble and or trauma. Trauma wanted to come out. Processing, like feeling gassy. There's changes brewing within you, changes brewing emotionally, and your emotions are processed, or not just you, Aquarius, but everyone's emotions are processed in the gut. And there are a lot of, I'm just picking up on gut issues. Processing a lot of emotion and it just manifesting into like tummy pain or uncomfortability. So definitely I hear like green tea, like hot tea being a thing, just like consistently drinking hot tea, especially if, like the minute you start feeling gassy, hot tea it up. Now your ruling planets, you have two, Uranus and Saturn. Well, Uranus went retrograde on August 15th, and it will be retrograde in Taurus until January 14th, 2021. Now, Saturn doesn't move into Aquarius until December 17th, so there is still time to get it together. Okay? You got this. Like, Uranus retrograde in Taurus may feel like your money is really being fucked with, or you're worried about money. That really big on the braid. But honestly, what's really happening, this uncomfortability is really providing you an opportunity to innovate a new life and a new career and a new business, and do something that affects your direct collective around you. It gives you, you're really having an opportunity to make an impact in a different way, is what it feels like. And so, first card out, Two of Wands. Decisions, and understanding what you're being given, understanding what you have, understanding that you have the world in your hands, and you, I feel like, specifically, have something really important to offer the world, a big idea. It's a paper straw, don't come for me, bitch. And you will be supported. Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Six of Cups. All right. I want to get through these astrological projections, but here we go. But I just said, like, yes, Queen of Swords being out, that is you guys, Sun in Aquarius, where you have some really important shit to say. It's really important that this Virgo season that you embrace your evolution and you stop fighting the changes in your life. Because when Venus enters Leo across from you on September 6th, life definitely becomes more amorous. It becomes better, more intentional, more beautiful. The Nine of Wands. Excuse me. There's that gassiness. Indigestion, burpee, weird. And also when Venus enters Leo, you're innovation becomes effortless. Like you'll be able to create in a whole different way, but there is some isolation required. There is some looking back that's required. And looking back that's required because there are things that are to be released. There is a releasing of some part of the past, releasing traditions, releasing of the way things used to be. Because by the end of Virgo season, Mars is retrograde in Aries, but it's like, it's close. Mars will be at like 27 degrees retrograde. Granted, it's going the opposite direction, but, and it's like Mars is here and then Uranus is right here, retrograde. So they're going in opposite directions, but their proximity is still noteworthy. So it's possible for you to just be more temperamental towards the end of Virgo season, you know, for your temper to flare, just more easily triggered. So that's the thing that comes up and to be aware of. Now, this Two of Wands, I feel like you're already affected by this Aries energy, this Mars and Aries energy. And also you guys are in a place, first card out, of really turning your back on something, turning your back on tradition, not clinging to, you know, the way things used to be. Some of you may be thinking about traveling or may get offered to travel somewhere, Four of Swords. Some of you may get offered to travel somewhere, to speak or to work or to teach or something of that nature, but you guys could be traveling in the beginning of Virgo season, and I'm here for it. Go for it. With the Queen of Swords being out, there's I feel like there's a turning your back on pain, and you're able to know that you've turned your back on it because you're able to articulate it in a different way than you ever have been able to before. There are things to say, and they need to be said eloquently, and you will find the words to eloquently speak your piece and facilitate a new beginning. I also feel like the way that you're thinking, you changing a mindset of victimhood or a mindset of pain, you changing it into a mindset of power and you changing it into a mindset of wisdom facilitates a brand new beginning, facilitates new money. I know, like I just said, I was telling you guys, don't worry about money because something is coming to you. A gift is being given, a promotion is being given by way of the Almighty. This is not something that you could set yourself up for. You've just been doing you. The only way that you could set yourself up better is to go ahead and start speaking your truth now. And in a constructive way. Don't go around just being, you know, rude or giving your opinion or putting your 2 cents in until you ain't got no sense left. Or, you know, throwing out your opinion when it isn't asked for or, you know, qualified yet. So just make sure that you check, like, that this is toning in. I feel like you're tuning in to your social skills more, or there's something here in regards to your social skills or being more social, studying social skills. You may feel really socially awkward, but in Virgo season, you find empowerment through words. You find empowerment through socializing, through talking, through communicating, and people actually want to hear what you have to say once you take some time away and really turn your back on whatever, you know, how hard 2020 has been to you in particular. But there's a new job, there's a new opportunity, a new beginning, possibly a new relationship, possibly even a pregnancy, or hearing about a pregnancy from a close friend. But there is money and going inward. There are ideas to be found. There is sovereignty to be acquired. There is there are deep emotional there's deep emotional wisdom to access within you. And it starts by getting quiet, not being in the mix of it. If there's drama that comes up, especially if it's somebody from the past, possibly a Scorpio or a Cancer, or a Pisces, if there's a water sign from the past around it that comes up, it just feels like a no for me. It really looks like you're in a place of really needing to generate some sacred space for yourself. You really needing to revamp your spirituality, revamp your connection to spirit, your connection to yourself, your connection to your beliefs, to what you stand for, not being afraid to stand up and let your voice be heard, not being afraid to speak your mind, to, stand up for what's right. I also feel like there are issues, like childhood issues that are coming up that you get clarity on. It's like you had a memory of something, or you remembered something a certain way, and you realize, or you hear that like you didn't have the whole story, or you get a different piece of the puzzle. Also, I feel like someone may be hiding a kid. I don't know what that is. Like, I don't know if like an ex of yours is hiding a kid, or doesn't want you to know that they're pregnant, or you're in a situation where you got somebody pregnant, you don't want them to know. And we'll look into that, but last card out was the King of Wands. So there's a lot of rest here that's needed. In the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Swords. And that feels like possibly that betrayal. There may be a betrayal from the past that you guys are needing to turn away from, and really getting in a place of like deep release, deep forgiveness, doing the work to deep forgiveness, and doing the work to actually forgive the people who you need to forgive, and taking the blindfold off to really see and understand all the opportunities and resources that are around you, that you need to acquire mental stability and mental clarity and alone time and meditation, and taking time to integrate the lessons and that you've learned so far this year before you go reaching for the next level, before you try to level up. Either way, your come up is coming by the end of Virgo season. You end up in a place of responsibility, in a place of power, in a place of being able to delegate, in a place of taking care of other people. You cultivate something that helps you by breaking away from the past, by taking, like cutting your losses, taking what you can get, by facilitating by accepting a breakthrough, or by accepting an ending. You really facilitate breakthrough for yourself. And if you have the opportunity to get away or just change your surroundings, do it. There is something to pursue. There is a passion that you have. You start at the Two of Wands and end at the King of Wands. There is something here. It's like you come Virgo season, in the beginning, you really find out your why, or what it is that you're doing. And before you can start trying to execute the how, before you start trying to dabble in the universe's work, you need to get centered, and you need to go inward. This is a choice. the Two of Wands, and then the High Priestess is 2. And this is about choosing to see through the veil, choosing to accept the reality of your situation, the reality of your circumstances, and choosing to change your trajectory. The Two of Wands is like you figure out what it is, what you're feeling, what you want. You feel the audacity to reach for it. And the Queen of Wands right after is like, yo, you feel the audacity to reach for it and you want to talk about it. You want to articulate how you're feeling, articulating your thoughts, gathering your thoughts together. And when you make that move to actually collect your thoughts, the universe responds with resources, with new relationships, new people, new connections that help you get inward and quiet, modest. Not that I celebrate modesty in any kind of way, but this feels like you really are able to receive a bird's eye view of your bullshit, of your whole situation, a whole new perspective. And it comes by way of choice. It comes by way of asking and you actually acting on it, on your choice. Some of you, there's something going on with your mom, or there's something going on with kids here. Some of you providing a safe place for people in the past, or providing a safe place for children, or we'll get into this when I clarify, but there is something here as far as mysteries and possibly conspiracies and just alternate ways of thought, not thinking like everyone else. You've never have since you were a kid. Your brain is just wired differently, and that's, thank God for it. But there is a shift from the logic, from operating from a place of pure logic to operating from a place of feeling. And feelings are rising up come Virgo season. Rising up, feelings rising up that inspire you enough to change, to make moves, to be honest with yourself, to take a real look at the situation and actually relax and rest. Take care of yourself before you start the go, before you start the push, before you lean into your originality. Because come the end of Virgo season, it's like you found your power. And you don't feel very powerful right now, and that's okay. But you find it. And you feel it, and it envelops you. There also may be a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, but I definitely think there's a Leo here that you need a break from. Like the Leo, if you're involved with a Leo in some way, romantically or not, they need rest. They need a break, and they're looking at getting their mind together. So that connection may fall off or diminish a little bit because both of you need to generate and cultivate some mental stability and some sacred space and time, and getting more devotional and getting more intentional with your rest, with your practice, with your communion. You need to rest so that you can get this breakthrough and that you can come up. All right, let's get into it. All right, Aquarius, let's get into it. First card out being the Two of Wands. Feels like there is inspiration at the start of Virgo season. There's something new. There's something that you want to do. But the Queen of Wands, but the Queen of Swords, which is Sun and Scorpio, this is you coming out sharp, coming out strong. It tells you you need a plan first. You are in a place of being, quick with it, honest, direct, speaking clearly, adaptable. You may be in a new environment. Some of you may be traveling in the beginning of Virgo season, the beginning or middle of Virgo season, but you're adaptable. And that adaptability reaps rewards in the spirit and in the physical. There are monetary rewards, little bumps, little gifts coming. And the Queen of Swords just embodies this transformation of life's most fucked up lessons into wisdom and gratitude and poetry and prose and articulations. Some of you need to write more. Some of you have things to say and you should write a letter. Consider writing a letter. Consider journaling. Consider poetry, spoken word. I feel like some of you need have like spoken words that you need to put on YouTube, or you need to start some kind of like a page or something in regards to, or cultivate some kind of following in regards to your writing or in regards to your poetry, because it's time to tell it like it is. She is the most masculine and sharp of the queens, and it's just time to get clear. Please clarify the High Priestess. But yeah, I feel like the Queen of Swords is asking that you share your opinions, you share your experiences. And when you do, when you go public with it, there is money, there is rewards, there is recognition available to you. Please clarify the High Priestess for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. At the center of the reading, this Virgo season, it is required of you to get aligned and in tune with your intuition. What's going on with your dream life? Are you ignoring your intuition? Are you ignoring your gut feelings and hunches? Or some of you, if you don't want to have a kid, don't have unprotected sex. Some of you may be worried or have some kind of a pregnancy scare. That could be something that's happening. Or also, I feel like some of you are recovering from some deep childhood traumas that come up, that do get brought to the surface. But it's getting brought to the surface so that you can take this blindfold off and operate in truth, light, and power. Whatever darkness comes up, it's coming up so that you can see clearly, so that it can provide clarity for you, and enough clarity for you to go inward, meditate, so that you can rise to power. Please clarify the High Priestess. Whatever it is, it's not easy to talk about, and it's deeply rooted. But there's spiritual insight coming in, heightened intuition. Also, I feel like possibly secrets coming out about your mom, or your mom telling you secrets, or there's something with a maternal figure. coming out about, you know, something from the past. Whew. Wow. The Ten of Swords and the Three of Cups reverse. Maybe there were substance abuse problems or infidelity, cheating, something that took place. There's maybe a Cancer or a Pisces that cheated in the past and you guys are getting over the betrayal. Or maybe they cheated and now there's a kid coming. Also, possibly some of you, you know, being done hiding your substance abuse issues or your addictive issues. Some of you getting over third-party, you know, situations that you didn't know about or someone wasn't truthful about or you weren't truthful about. And there are just painful endings. Painful endings that are to be celebrated, but it's like, be grateful, be happy that it's over. Let this be a breakthrough versus a breakdown. Don't stay in the broken down state anymore. It's time to rise up. By the end of Virgo season, you rise up. Please clarify this Six of Cups. Some of you, there could be a Scorpio from the past or that has substance or addictive issues, or also I feel like there's like sexual addiction possibly, or sexual issues that are getting healed. Six of Cups and the Six of Swords. There are situations, you guys, yeah. It's like you are leaving. You need to get away from. There are certain situations that you just know that you need to get away from, that you need to be quick about it. In situations with people in the past or entanglements in the past with possibly a fire sign or a Scorpio or a water sign, it's just like there's things that you know you don't need to be thinking about. You don't know that, or you know you don't need to be doing. You don't need to be entertaining people anymore. There's certain situations that you need to get yourself out of, and you know you should have been got out of it already. And it's rising up. The knowing and the power and the ambition and the ability to leave is rising up. Some of you may have kids with somebody and that's what's keeping you there. It's just like the kids, but like, you know, like, I think some of you know that you're done. There also could be just this overbearing Cancer. Or someone with heavy Cancer placements, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, that it's just been a long, hard fucking road with. And you may just be like fucking drinking or doing drugs or fucking other people just to stay sane. In your mind, you think, ooh. Yeah, there's this weird like conflict and juggling, and this is, whichever y'all need a personal reading, go ahead and holler at me, because I feel like this is getting deep and this gets big. If it's, you guys definitely, and it's affecting your foundation. There is a need to be alone, to access the divine, to go inward, to get some me time. Some of you need to take your kids and get the fuck out of the situation that you are in with a quickness, so that you can get back up on your throne, so that you can see clearly. But also, it's just like you really need to get meditative so that the plan can come. It's like you don't know how right now, because the how, you need to figure out the what. You need to just accept and be open to the opportunities, to the possibilities that present themselves to you. The how is the universe's job. All you need to be doing is getting on your face, getting on your knees, getting in a place of gratitude, getting in a place of reverence and spirituality, and being like, hey, some of you need to like read some scriptures or get in the Bible. Some of you are really needing to just study more spirituality, lean into more what you like, documents about what you believe. I'm looking at this Torah right here. But there's a need for a reconnecting to the divine. The answers that you need are within you. You're not going to find it from somebody else. You may be able to get more details in the, from a personal reading, but ultimately the answer is within you. And it's your responsibility to go inward, to talk to God, to talk to yourself, to get quiet, to pray, to get in a meditative state so that you can establish some mental clarity, some mental stability, so that you can effectively communicate what you need to do so that you can break free. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Swords. Yo, there are people that just need to be cut off, and you need to leave to pursue your dreams, to pursue what you're wanting to do. It is going to be hella emotional. I'm telling you, there's a Cancer that I feel like is just hovering for some of you, or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or someone with heavy water placements that's fucking hovering and just looking at you. They may be looking at you online, looking at what you're doing, checking your receipts, going through your purse, doing weird shit to keep tabs on you. And this is very specific. It may not be everybody, but some of you may feel like you need to do that to somebody, or like you're wanting to keep tabs on someone, or you're scared of somebody leaving, or they're scared of you leaving. But it's just like, either way, this comfort zone is a fucking illusion. What's established is an illusion, and it's taxing, and it's time to make a decision. What do you want your life to look like? What do you want to feel like? Because you are no more, there's no more living in the fantasy world, or wishful thinking, or wishing it could be a certain way. It's time for sovereignty, space, autonomy, independence, financial independence, and yours is coming to you. As long as you stay future focused, get sober, demand sobriety around you, demand clarity, establish harmony, and start really pouring back into yourself so that you can get to where you want to be. Actually, please clarify the King of Wands. I just want to clarify that last one. Please clarify the King of Wands, because there's just some boss-ass moves that come up, and boss-ass opportunities that are happening throughout Virgo season that really facilitate a win. A win for you. But there's time to, get intentional about your decisions, about your direction, about where you're going and what you're doing and why. You are done with the old ways of doing shit. Done with the tradition. Done giving a shit about the tradition. Some of you, I feel like you're done. You don't give a shit about those vows that you said, because it's just like, and that's not cool necessarily, but you're just like, I can't operate within these bounds anymore. Within these confines anymore. You are a natural born leader, a natural innovator with grand visions. And it's time for you to trust in your originality and allow inspiration to take form in your physical world. Allow inspiration to materialize, to get tangible. You want to touch it. You have something to create. Don't get stuck about the how. All you need to worry about in the meantime is getting your mind and your spirit right. Getting your mind and your spirit right, getting realigned with the universe, because the universe takes rest of the how, takes care of the how. Bam. It's going to come to you by way of the Almighty. You will be given the magic wand to articulate and strongly stand up for what you believe. And some of you may need to get a little bit harsh about it. Balancing harshness with emotionality. But there's a lot of people judging you. There's a lot of I feel like there's There's just a lot of possibilities for conflict over some kind of commitment. But the truth revealed itself in Leo season. And you have what you need. You have enough to get it done, to do it your way, and to effectively communicate your exit. And to effectively communicate your come up. Come on now. All right. I love you. Mwah.